Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Shifty and this is Shifty Gaming. In this video, I'm going to do kind of a, not really a podcast, but more of a long drawn out explanation for something that I think that everybody who really wants to get into YouTube gaming should know about, and all the stuff they should know about. This is essentially the things that you're going to need to have, whether it be hardware like a capture card or a microphone, or software, whether it be for recording or editing, or compression, because we'll have to talk about that too. Now, these are all things besides physical capture cards that I use. If you want to know how I record my gameplay, there's a video that I put up, a link is in the description, about how I stream and do recordings from my Xbox to my computer, live with live audio without having any kind of a capture program or a capture program, I guess you could say, but not like a HD PVR or an Elgato or whatever the fuck they're called. So, but we're going to start with the most important thing, really, if you want to do gaming videos, because you can do gaming videos with footage from other channels as long as you get their permission to use it. And you can just talk about gaming stuff and do podcasts or do videos with someone else's footage. And the thing I'm talking about, obviously, is the microphone. You're going to need to spend some money on a microphone, whether that be $20 to $40, maybe a bit more. Or, maybe you'll go full out and buy a really nice condenser microphone that requires phantom power, which requires you to have a audio interface or something that you can plug it into and then plug that into your computer for it to even make sense of it. That's how high quality it is. I'm going to give you a few examples of condenser microphones that are USB, because to be honest with you, I know that a lot of higher-end YouTube channels use extremely expensive audio equipment, and, just like I just said in the example, that require phantom power, require you to spend an extra $150 just to get the thing to talk to your computer, that kind of thing. I know a lot of people do that. I know a lot of the bigger channels do, but you really don't need to have that. That's not really necessary. It's something that you can definitely involve yourself in. If you want to do streams and you need to have two different microphones for two people or multiple people, then I would definitely recommend going with the phantom powered microphones and getting a nice audio interface so that you can plug all those in and make them all equal, because you can only really have one USB microphone at one time. There's tricks that you can do, the kind of work that make it so that you can have more than one, but all in all, what I'm doing is one audio. It's basically just one recording of one microphone. There isn't an option to have two microphones because that would require a whole lot of mixing and editing. So go on to Amazon. I would recommend Amazon first off. You can go anywhere you want to look, but I would recommend using Amazon. Go and find a USB condenser microphone that you like. Maybe you like the ones that come with the package deal with the whole, windscreen and a stand and a shock mount. Then by all means, go ahead and get that. But try and find videos on YouTube that are reviews of that product and try and see how good the quality of the audio is, and keep in mind that you're going to do post edits to your audio. You're going to be editing your audio even further and making it a lot better sounding, like the kind of audio that I have. I have a Samson C01U microphone, and it is a very, very good microphone, and it is a USB microphone, and it's one of the higher end things for for USB condenser microphones, one of the more higher end products. I believe Samson came out with a new one called the C0 or something like that. It's something similar, and it looks about the same. It's just got a black top instead of a silver top, and I think that one would be a pretty good bet. So get a good microphone, get a good microphone stand, because when you're like me right now and your stand or your mount to your boom mic stand broke, it kind of feels awkward having to keep the microphone on your desk and try and find ways that you could record with it. So do that. If you're going to be recording Xbox or PS4 footage, specifically basically what I'm trying to say before I go into a big thing where I stutter a lot, if you want to record things like Xbox 360 or PS3 footage, you are going to need some kind of a capture device. Those capture devices, such as the Dazzle or the good old Easy Cap, are a lot less expensive and record in relatively good quality. But you're going to want to get an HD PVR, something that you plug your HDMI cord into, that plugs into your computer, and then you can record the straight up 1080p, nice, amazing quality video through that. But I'm not going to go too far into capture cards because I don't know that much about them. The reason is because I capture all of my videos that I do on my Xbox One through streaming apps. I stream my footage to my computer, and I sit at my computer and I play on the computer screen, and through Microsoft's game DVR that's built into my computer, I can record the game with the with my microphone and with my with the game footage and the game audio, and I can separate. I can say that I want my microphone to be louder or the game sound to be quieter, that kind of a thing. And if you're looking for a tutorial on that, I have a tutorial that, like I said, is linked in the description. So what else are you going to need? You're going to need some kind of video recorder and screen recorder for your computer. Depending on how you get your footage onto your computer from your console, or if you're going to be recording PC footage, I would recommend two programs, one being Bandicam, the other one being OBS Studio. And I recommend Bandicam as a screen recorder and a screen grabber, because I use it for all of my tutorials, and I've honestly been using it for years, and it is my favorite. And I'm not going to say it's the best screen recorder because everybody will argue with me, but I think it is the best one for the price, and it is it's got so many customization options for the quality and the codecs that you use and the final product, and maybe you want to have a video be HD but be not the best quality but still HD and have a smaller file size, and you can do that. And if you want to have a perfect 1080p 60 FPS footage, you can do that. I recommend you do that. I recommend OBS Studio because it's something that I use to do. I'm going to be doing streaming here in the next couple of weeks, and that's just obviously the best thing for streaming, but it's also a recording program. So you can record you can record your audio and the game audio, and even a third audio option, which is great. And you can have, they're set on sliders, right? So you can say, I want my game sound to be louder than it is right now. I want my microphone to be louder or quieter. You can use these sliders to change the volume of all your different pieces, which is great. And it's great for streaming as well. And you can also put a little camera in the corner. You can put your webcam in the corner and look really cool. So I highly recommend those programs. For editing, I have to say that I'm a bit one-sided. I've been using Sony Vegas for years. And, if you want to get Sony Vegas, it costs $200. And if you're a pirate, it's free. And there's lots of torrents for Sony Vegas. But Sony Vegas is one of the best editing softwares I've ever used in my... I've been doing video editing of some sorts, any sorts, all sorts of sorts for a long time. For the majority of the time that I've been able to hold a video camera, I have been doing video editing And Sony Vegas is straight to the point. You can do so many effects in it. You can do so much with this program. It's really underpriced for the amount of things that it can do and the amount of things it's capable of. So I highly recommend getting Sony Vegas for your editing software, but by all means use whatever you have at your disposal. I keep saying highly recommend, but it's just really what I mean. I definitely would recommend that you get a software that allows you to have multiple audio and video channels. So by that I mean, in Sony Vegas, I will drop in a recording from Bandicam, and it makes one video track for the video, and it makes two audio tracks because I recorded it with two audio tracks, so it separates them into two different audio tracks. That way I can turn down the game sound, I can turn up my microphone, all sorts of stuff. So you need to have something that has that level of customization and just the ability to edit your video to be as good as you want it to be put on the internet. The next thing is the last thing that I think every single YouTuber needs, even if you don't do gaming videos, if you do vlogs, if you do videos about music, if you do news videos. Everybody has that one time where they're like, I don't want to upload a 980 megabyte file for a 10-minute video. So you're going to need a compression software. Get Handbrake. It is free, completely free, and you can take videos that, I know one time I had one that was 720 megabytes, and I brought it down to 115 megabytes. And no quality loss whatsoever. It's just the codecs and the compression tools. So if you get all those things that I just mentioned, all those things, and you add them together, you will have, if you utilize them correctly, you will have a very good YouTube channel, especially a YouTube gaming channel. I use all of those programs, and I guess one thing I could add in is that for audio editing and recording, use Audacity. Just do it. Don't question it. It's widely known by the YouTube community to be the greatest open source audio recorder and video or audio editor out there. And I'm sorry, by the way, if I sounded a bit rushed and jumbled in this video. I'm just trying to get this thing recorded. I've been trying to record it all day, and I've been putting it off. And I needed to have video to put up, and I'm honestly very tired, and I'm in the middle of moving. So I hope that wasn't too much of a thing for y'all. So I'll talk to you guys in another video. Bye-bye.